Hi, second grade. Okay, today's math lesson is 7-3. Continue to practice with addition and subtraction problems. We're going to do some similar stuff to what we did in 7-2. We're going to use drawings and equations to make sense of the words in problems. These drawings and equations will help us keep track of what we know and what we don't know while we try to figure out the unknown numbers in these word problems. Let's take a look at solve and share. Aaron has 17 more books than Isabella, and Aaron has 44 books. How many books does Isabella have? Okay, let's think about what we know. We know that Aaron has 44 books, and we know that 44 is 17 more than what Isabella has. What we don't know is how many books Isabella has. Now, if I were to turn this into an equation, am I going to add or subtract? I'm going to subtract. Don't let the word more confuse you. That does not necessarily mean that we're going to add. Alright, here's what my equation would look like. We have the 44 books that Aaron has, and we know that she has 17 more books than Isabella. So I would take away 17, and that'll give me the amount of books Isabella has. I'll draw a question mark in place of the number, because we don't know how many Isabella has. Go ahead and solve and share, and then let's go on to guided practice. Okay, let's take a look at the boxes at the top of page 404. Julie has 18 more pictures than Landon, and Julie has 37 pictures. How many pictures does Landon have? And right away we see a bar diagram, and a bar diagram is going to help us show what we know. And what do we know? We know that Julie has 37 pictures. And she has 18 more pictures than Landon. What do we not know? We don't know how much Landon has. That's why there's a question mark in that box labeled Landon's pictures. Julie has more pictures than Landon, so her 37 is going to be in the bigger box. What can we do to find out what the question mark means? Are we going to add or subtract? Let's take a look at the box in the middle. Our friend tells us Landon has 18 fewer pictures than Julie, and we can subtract to find the answer. So there's our equation, 37 minus 18. Looks like we had to regroup, and we got 19 for the number that represents Landon's pictures. That means Landon has 19. Then we can add to check our answer, and we should get 37. So Landon has 19 pictures. We can solve word problems using models, drawings, or mental math. And what I want you to think about here in this lesson is, what do you know and what do you not know? And how would you use the numbers that you know to find the number that you don't know? Think about if you have to add or subtract. And you can write them down. You can write these things down to help you remember. So go ahead and do you understand, and then come back here to see guided practice number 1. In do you understand, what they're asking you is, are the two statements telling you the same thing? Okay, in guided practice number 1, we can solve the problem in any way we choose. The second grade class has 19 more students than the first grade class. the second grade class has 68 students. That's a lot of students. How many students does the first grade have? So what do we know? We know that second grade has 19 more students and that the total amount of second graders is 68. We also know that there are more second graders than first graders. That's what I want you to think about here. Which group is going to be the bigger group? And because there are 68 students in second grade, they're going to take up the bigger box. So we have 68 there. The difference between first graders and second graders is 19, which means this question mark is how many first graders there are. We don't know how many first graders there are, and that's what we're trying to find out. And in our equation, we start off with 68 minus 19. This is a subtraction equation. Because the first grade class is smaller, we will need to subtract to find out how many are in first grade. And it looks like we have to regroup because there's not enough ones in the number 8 to subtract 9. So I have to borrow 10. 18 minus 9 is 9. And the 6 becomes a 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. There are 49 first grade students. Remember, we're thinking about what we know and what we don't know. And we can write down what we know and what we don't know in a bar diagram or in an equation. All right, go ahead and do independent practice and math practices and problem solving. Okay, goodbye for now.